We took Lena, short for London North Eastern Railway, from London to York. It departed from London King's Cross. A train is a significant means of transportation in the UK. If you visit multiple cities in the UK, you should travel by train. It's on time, comfortable, and cost-effective. On the train, I could also enjoy the scenery of the English countryside as it passed through towns, villages, and farmlands. York is located 188 miles north of London. After 2 hours of train ride, we arrived at York Railway Station. York Station is about halfway between London and Edinburgh, which is our next destination. One of the most historically significant and the busiest railway stations in the UK, York Station has 11 platforms, most of which are under the large curved glassed and iron roof. When it was opened in 1870s, York Station was the largest railway station in the world and a major example of Victorian railway architecture. It took serious damage from German bombers during World War II and underwent extensive repair after the war. York. York is a small, beautiful city tangled with history, good for a 2-day vacation. Its compact size makes it easy to get around on foot. Many streets are pedestrian-friendly, twisting through centuries-old snickerways, alleys, perfect for getting lost in. You will likely be greeted by the typical English cloudy weather when you come to York. If you don't mind the weather too much, its small historic city atmosphere will delight you after leaving behind the hustle and the bustle of London. Its shape is like a rough oval with the River Ouse slicing through it. At its heart is its medieval core. The streets in York are a charming mix of history and quirk. Narrow cobbled lanes, like the Shambles, a medieval street with overhanging timber-framed buildings, feels like a stepping back in time. Originally a butchering street, now packed with quirky shops and cafes. Other streets, lined with the Georgian and Victorian architecture, form narrow alleys full of charm. Georgian architecture from the early 18th to the early 19th centuries is all about the symmetry and the balance. Elegant brick townhouses with sash windows evenly spaced, often with decorative pediments or cornices, with clean lines and a restraining detailing. The style drawn from classical Greek and Roman designs, with columns and pilasters. The city layout's Roman roots show grid-like precision, but Vikings' medieval twists make it delightful maze-like. It's small enough to explore on foot with history on every turn. York has two rivers weaving through its history, Ouse and Foss. The River Ouse is the bigger one, flowing right through the city center, shaping trade and growth since Roman times. It's wide, meandering, and prone to flooding, sometimes dramatically when it swamps the riverside pubs. You will see Skelter Gate and stallion bridges spanning it, with scenic walks along its banks, dotted with boats and old bridge houses turned to cafes. River Falls is the smaller one, joining the Ouse near the castle. It's calmer with more industrial past. Both rivers give York charm. The majestic York Minster, a Gothic masterpiece, towers the northern part and dominates York's skyline. The city center is surrounded by 2 miles of ancient city walls, some of the best preserved in England.
This is York City Wall, built by the Romans around 71 AD. The Romans invaded England in 43 AD and ruled for nearly 400 years. During the Roman rule, the Romans introduced the Roman culture and institutions and built infrastructure, laid foundation for England.
In 71 AD, the Roman army established a fortress on the banks of the river Ouse, called Aberacum. It was a strategic location to transport military supply through the river and defend against the rebellion of the tribes in northern England. I was walking above the remains of the eastern tower of the walls that surround the fortress. The fortress was rectangular shape and covered an area of 50 acres. The fortress grew into a city, which later served as the capital of the province of Britannia Inferior. These walls feature several gatehouses, also known as bars, which are iconic landmarks with rich historical significance. These bars served as defensive points, controlled access to the city, and even levied tolls in medieval times. Built in the early 14th century, Monk Bar is one of the 4 iconic gatehouses along the ancient city walls. Serving as the northeastern entrance to the city, the name reflects the monks of York Minster. I came to marvel at Monk Bar for its architectural aesthetics and a function as a medieval military fortification, a solemn reminder of a bygone era when England was once divided as the warring states.
York not only played an important role in shaping the British history, but also contributed to British identity. The Romans and the Vikings had advanced technology, and they were very belligerent. Through their occupation of York, they passed down their DNA to British people, laying the foundation for the British Empire.
The wall here stands to its original height of 14 feet, and the tower rises at least 10 feet above that. The wall continues beneath the grass, as the present ground level is nearly 10 feet higher than that of the Roman city. The Romans left York around 410 AD, but the legacy of their defensive walls remains. The northwest and the northeast walls still stand today. They are only visible in a few places as they are covered by the grassed-over medieval ramparts. Excavations in York have revealed clues to life in the fortress, including barrack blocks, bathhouses, and an elaborate system of drains and sewers, but much still remains hidden beneath our feet.